Hey, Steven. For those of you who don't know Steven, the important thing is that Steven can climb rocks. So as you can see, Steven is cool. But even more than you're a cool, funny, awesome person, Steven, which you actually are, you're someone I'm always happy to see. You're always someone whose joy stands out to me. And while I know you've had plenty of hard times, that joy is on display. I have never talked to you and left feeling worse. And a lot of times, I've left feeling refreshed knowing you. But more important than that is what and who you take your joy in. God put you here at the BCM later than most of us, but you loved us right away, and we loved you back. And you started serving immediately on the Vision team. But before, during, and after that, it was clear you're someone who loves the Lord. And I've seen that in many ways. I've seen you sharing the gospel with Thomas and building him up in the faith. I've seen it in you, in CGs, always having something to share about a gift God has given you, whether that's conversation with an old friend at home, or people God kept putting you with on campus, or scriptures that God put before you at the right time. I've seen it in the way you serve and try to love the people around you, even just the people in your hall, even just in all the times I've seen you handing out snow cones in front of the BCM. And sometimes that doesn't seem reciprocated, but Stephen, you're always someone I've known to be faithful in serving the Lord. And the past few months have been hard, but I know you'll pull through with God. Rejoice always and give thanks in all circumstances, even in a Roman prison, even in COVID. We are afflicted in every way, but not crushed. Stephen, you're leaving most of us, but God has been with you. God's not leaving you. And from everything I know about you, you're not leaving God. I'm excited to see how God will use you in these months to come. I'm hopeful we'll see each other soon. And yeah, just thank you for existing and to God for letting me know you. So God bless you, Stephen. And if nothing else, I'll see you in heaven and hopefully sooner. Bye.
Hi everyone, I have the privilege of talking about a close brother of mine, Jared Borders. So Jared and I first met the spring of my third year when I first started coming to the BCM, and I was put in a community group with him. So through the community group, I was able to talk to him on a fairly regular basis, and that's where we really got to know each other. Eventually that semester we decided to join a household together, and through the household we spent even more time together and talked a lot more, and that's where I really started to learn about him and to just grow really close to him. And so ever since then, Jared's been a huge encouragement to me in a lot of ways, and I haven't gotten to see him nearly as much as I wish I could just because of internships and COVID and all of that, but every time I see Jared, he encourages me in so many ways, specifically in the way that he talks about his faith, about what God's teaching him and what he's been reading in the scriptures, and also just in the way that he lives his life on a daily basis. And yeah, it's just really apparent that he loves people a lot and he wants to show them the love of Christ. And so that's always just been an encouragement to me and something that has always inspired me to live my life in a more meaningful way. And so, yeah, Jared, I'm going to miss you a lot. I know you're really excited to get out of here and to finish up your classes and move on to the next stage of life. So I cannot wait to see what God does with you and where he sends you and the lives that he changes through you. Love you, brother.
Hello, everybody. Today I get the joy of talking about my friend and my brother in Christ, Braden Chapman. Braden and I have known each other now for about 3 years. We met the spring semester of our freshman year. His first night at BCM was actually Mr. GT, and after that, a couple days or weeks later, he joined me and a couple other friends, Josh Mentor. We studied together, and I didn't really know him too well, didn't really get to know him a lot that year, but then in the fall of the next year is when kind of started talking more and really got to know him. He shared a lot more of his heart and his walk with Christ more with me then, and as that year went on, we got to know each other a little bit more, and we've now lived together for the past year and a half. So I just want to share a few things that I really love about Braden, the things that have just brought me such joy and encouragement in the past 3 years that I've known him. Braden is a godly friend. He's a great listener. If you ever have something you need to talk about, Braden will sit there and listen so well and give encouragement, give wisdom, give wise counsel. Braden, when he's excited about something, you know it. He has a very contagious excitement and passion for the things he loves. He's excited and passionate about the people he loves. He's excited about Jesus. He's passionate about the truths of God's word. He loves to share that with other people, and to hear how God is working in other people's lives. Braden loves people selflessly. Braden gives of himself and of his time to others. Braden loves to laugh. Braden's a goofball. It's been a joy just living with him, and just a lot of laughs we've shared. And Braden's the kind of friend that you can always count on. He will be by your side. He will be loyal and faithful to you, no matter what. And Braden, it's been a joy the past 3 years I've known you, seeing you grow in grace, seeing you grow in love for Christ, and just getting to know you and know your heart more. And it's been such a joy. I love you. I'll be praying for you as you and Michaela move out to Chicago. Thanks for all the time we've been able to spend together.
Hello. I've been given the great privilege of being able to do the senior spotlight for one Joseph Deeren. That was a gap for applause. But Jake Deeren is a beloved member of our community, known for many things such as always wearing khaki pants wherever he goes, having a miniature version of himself for easy transportation, winning Mr. GT, and serving our community through being a community group leader. One of the things that's most evident about Jake as soon as you meet him is his deep sense of humility. He never tries to uplift himself. He's always uplifting other people and trying to glorify God, because all glory on heaven and on earth should be given to him. I don't remember meeting Jake, but I can remember from the very first time talking to him, which I don't remember, but ever since I have talked to him, he just has this love for his community, love for his church, and love for everyone around him, and desire to see everyone love Christ and grow in him. I have also had the privilege and honor to be roommates with Jake Deeren this summer and this fall, and I feel like during this time our bond has grown that much closer. We sat across the table and worked throughout the entire day, and we would just talk about CS stuff, talk about Jesus, and we've been able to share a lot of our struggles and be there for one another throughout the semester. I remember every single morning he would come into the kitchen and I'd be on my computer doing work, and he would come in and open up his Bible, read the Bible, and pray. And he would do that so consistently. So Jake, I believe in you. Never doubt who you are in Christ. I know that wherever you go, you're going to be a great church member, a great brother, a great person to be around. And I wish you success in whatever you do. And I'm praying for you, and I hope to see you very soon. Please get a job in Atlanta and stay around. Thank you.
What's up, y'all? I'm very glad that I get the privilege to talk for a little bit about my brother, Andrew Gonzalez. So I met this guy last fall semester and very quickly learned that he was from Texas and that he really liked economics. I also learned that he was a fantastic comedian and someone who could literally make anyone laugh. I can't even count the number of conversations we've had where he's just added enough spice to make everyone hysterical. One of my favorite memories from the summer was taking a walk through my neighborhood while talking to Andrew on the phone while he was making deliveries for Chick-fil-A. Every 5 minutes we would have to hang up and then call back when he got back into the car and head to the next house. The conversation would always alternate between talking about literally nothing to exploring economics, philosophy, sociology, politics, worldviews, and all the other stuff that my brain couldn't really understand. But on a more serious note, I've learned that Andrew has a very honest, sincere heart. He's the kind of guy who will literally tell you anything and not hide who he is. Through our many conversations, I've earned a deep respect for Andrew, and I truly admire the man that God is making him to be. Even in the short time that I've known Andrew, I have seen God shaping and growing him since coming to the BCM and finding community with other believers. If y'all didn't know, Andrew volunteered to make all the slides for Velocity every week this fall semester, and I truly couldn't have done it without him. I think we can all agree that he has been a huge blessing to the BCM and a very humble servant. So, Andrew, I just want to say that I am so thankful I can be your friend. I trust that God will continue to use you in ministry as you seek his kingdom and live for his glory. I love you, man, and I wish you all the best.
I have the pleasure of talking about Katrina Heights. I got to know Katrina first when we were putting a household together. I guess it's 2 years ago now, as crazy as that seems. Katrina is the sweetest, most loving, caring person that you could ever meet, and she's brought so many things into my life. She always checks in on me to make sure that I'm doing okay, and she just cares for people in general. And I've seen her grow so much in the past couple years that it's been an encouragement to me in her walk with God. It's encouraged me in my walk with God. And I'm really sad to see her go. I know it's a little bit sooner than I thought or that she thought, but we're still going to keep in contact afterwards. And I just want to wish her well, and I'm glad to have been able to know her these past few years. And Katrina, to me, you will always be worth 10 goats.
Hey guys, I wanted to take a little bit of time to do a senior spotlight for Michaela Nudo. She is a 4th year. She's graduating from Georgia State in December. She's getting married and moving to Chicago, which is so crazy. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about what it's meant to me to just have been friends with her for these past couple years and to get to know her better. Michaela is just awesome. I guess it goes back to freshman year. I actually met her through Braden because we all went to the same church, and so I got to know her a little bit better, and she helped out with the college program, which I was going to a lot, and she's volunteering, and so I got to see her on Monday nights, on Sundays every now and again, and I got to see how she would help out with the 2-year-olds on Sundays, and we would sit in church together afterwards, and she would just show me all the pictures of her 2-year-olds and just talk about how much she loves them, and it was just the sweetest thing to see. And I don't think it was until about my second year, her 3rd year, until we started to get to know each other better and get a little bit closer. I needed a job, and so I talked to her about working at Chick-fil-A because I knew that that's where she worked, and so I started working there with her. And we didn't see each other a whole lot at Chick-fil-A, but the times that we have been was always really exciting because Michaela gets so excited and she screams and she runs up and gives you a hug and picks you up and spins you around. So it was always a blast, but it always made my day so much better. But it's also just been really cool to see how Michaela just has gotten to know the coworkers, and just how even before I was there has just been such a light to people, and just been such a good listener, and just so showing the love of Christ through the way that she just really cares about people and asks them how they're doing, and talks to them, and that's just so awesome to see. I also got to know her a little bit better just during that second year. I remember we went to go get coffee one time at Georgia State, and she just told me we got to talk a lot about our stories, and it was just so cool to hear about everything that she's been through, and all that God has grown her. Has just been really encouraging. So now I get the honor to get to be at her and Braden's wedding this winter, and I just can't even say how wonderfully such a wonderful match God has brought together, and how he makes both of them better through each other. Is just really so incredible and beautiful to see, and just the friendship that Michaela has, and just the love that she has for people is so big, and she's such an incredible friend. She is really loyal, and it's really easy just to be myself and just be goofy around her, and just seeing the way that she cares about her family and her friends, and is just so cool to see that's the heart that God has put inside of her. It's been really awesome to get to know Michaela better, and I'm really sad that she's graduating, but I am so happy for the time that we've gotten to spend together, and just talking about our weeks and laughing together. So I could not be more excited to see what God is going to do through her when she goes to Chicago. So yeah, I'm going to miss you so much.
Hey guys, I'm here to talk to everybody about one of our amazing seniors. I had my first real conversation with Elena at a Breaking Bread, and all I previously knew of her was that she was the fun, loving, and huggable person who hangs at the BCM. And I also knew she was the one you could always hear at worship. During that meeting with her, though, her vulnerability and openness to share how God had acted in her life has helped me in more ways than she will ever know. I came to know her as more than the huggable girl at the BCM, but as the patient and godly woman who strives to show everyone around her the love of God. She's been more than just a rock for me and my faith, but also one of the best friends I could ever have hoped for. Just as her wisdom and kindness has helped me and others here at Tech, I know that she will continue to spread the love and wisdom of Christ to all those she meets. I will always be thankful for the role she has and will continue to play in my life and in the lives of those around her. So I want to wish Elena good luck in her job and a farewell for now, because she better expect many calls, for there are many Google Hangouts and Zoom calls in her future. I love you, Elena, and I wish you all the best.